Annabel, tell us what's going on with you, what's happening in your life, what is your schedule for paddling, just give us a little rundown on what you're up to these days.
For sure, I've just got back from the most amazing 3 weeks in Tahiti. Had the most amazing time. This is one of the untouched gems of downwinding that no one really knows about right now. Very, very similar to Hawaii, but so much different water and different coastline to cover. So that combined with waves, combined with an amazing place to practice my French was too good to turn down. I'm here in the OR show. I got to present our new 2014 lineup of the starboard race line. Really exciting. We worked really hard for quite a long time on this. So to see the entire design team come together and to be able to showcase all the fruits of their hard work has been really cool. Really well received, and I'm super excited about getting these babies on the water all over the world in the coming months. From here, really full on schedule from now until the end of the year. It literally does not stop. Again, I'm going back to Europe for a little bit. I think I even managed to get Canada in this time. Bit of the Midwest. I'm very excited to go and catch some of the America's Cup with the Stand Up World Series in San Francisco. And then it's into a bit of preparation for that little event that happens at the end of September. And then a full travel schedule for October, November and December. It's definitely going to be exciting, but as always, great to be back here in the States. Always amazing to catch up with Eric here. I literally can't travel without my Onyx Pro. It's like one of my partners in crime. That, a few tools and some sandpaper, and I'm pretty much good to go. So awesome, and yeah, just as always, looking forward to what the future holds.
Tell us a little bit about the board you're riding, some of the dimensions maybe, the new materials, or anything new about the new starboard that you're riding.
Yeah, I'm still going to probably most likely be using the 2013 lineup. It is insanely quick. I've been riding these boards for about 9 or 10 months now, and they have got me across so many different conditions. So I think for the next couple of months, while I continue to test our new 2014 shapes, that you'll probably see me on this year's line. I think that just proves that like our production boards, especially this year, they've been that good, that successful. Both Connor and myself have enjoyed a great run on them. And the other thing too is that we have some boards which work across, they're suited for different conditions. So just try and make the most of the lineup for whatever the conditions are that I think I'll be presented with. Try to surf as much as possible. It always keeps things nice and balanced, keeps things nice and fun. As for battle, who knows, you could see me on something new, you could see me on something old. We'll see on December 28th. From 24 to 25 and a half seems to be the standard of what I'm riding. I'm relatively small, so it seems to be a good width, still super stable for me, and I'm not compromising too much on performance with that width. It's really good.
Seems like you on your little 12.6 are out there beating all the men on their unlimited boards and 14s and stuff, so it's quite interesting.
That's happened on a couple of occasions. I don't think you ever set out with that being the intention, of course. I think I've got to the ends of events and been mind-boggled and surprised and gone, how did that just happen? I'm not too sure. I think if you put any of the very talented and fast guys on a 12.6, they'll still come out where they always come out. I think we work with what we're told to work with, and we make the most of what we've got. At the moment, it seems that the girls seem to be on a 12.6 as opposed to a 14. So I'll just keep trying to keep working out how to make that 12.6 go as fast as I can. And the other thing too is that there is so many fast girls out there. I think the depth in the girls and the talent is really, really underrated around the world right now. And I think you put many of these girls in certain situations, and they would be doing extremely well in a similar circumstances, which I think is exciting.
Tell us a little bit about your training regiment. What do you do on a daily basis to train, or your diet? Is there anything special that you do that, helps you do what you do?
I think one of the hardest things is the travel component. So whenever, like most people are in one place and then they travel to and from one base, I don't have that luxury, so it's very hard for me to have a routine. I've been doing this I'm coming into my third year of doing this traveling now, and so picked up a few things along the way. I try and keep everything as normal as possible, so I try and be on the water every day. I plan my travel schedule accordingly. I do a reasonable amount of work off the water, but that's as much because I've always run, I've always loved to train, and I would go and do all that stuff anyway. I try and maximise my time on the water, and just do what the conditions are telling me to do. So if there's waves, we go and surf. If it's wind, we go surfing. There is some elements of my training that are structured that I do, on a consistent weekly basis, which I think 2.5 years into it, I'm starting to see some of that work come through. But just I try and keep as healthy as possible. Without your health, you can't perform to the best of your ability. A few people are aware, but probably not that many. I've suffered massively from some horrific injuries earlier through my late teens and early 20s, and so keeping physically in one piece is really, really important. And one of the, from a dietary perspective, we just sort of started playing around with keeping everything really clean, as much to reduce the inflammation that might cause my knee to swell. So things like that. It's been super, super exciting. I've been able to tap into some of the best brains, with sports nutrition in North America. They're the top ultra runners, top adventure racers, top mountaineers, and all I'm ever always trying to do is to learn from people that they've gone and they've worked a bunch of stuff out. And I think that's, for me, the most interesting thing about what I'm getting to do right now is I'm being introduced and exposed to these people that are absolute gurus about what they do in different sports, and we're like, what if we tried this and put it into paddling? What if we tried this with technique? What if we tried this with dryland training? How about we approach it, like nutrition for just day to day like this, and then let's start trying this for a race nutrition strategy. So this year has been absolutely mind-blowing for the learning that I've got out of it, and I think the more that we can keep mentally stimulated with that kind of thing, it really is fascinating. And I know that it's all the stuff that people ask me about a lot, and the more that I've got knowledge to pass on, it's a really cool thing to be able to do.
In the future for Annabel.
The future of Annabel. A lot of it is just to keep doing a lot of what I'm doing and keep trying to take advantage of so many of the amazing opportunities that are coming my way right now. It's so rewarding to be able to travel on a global basis and go to places, and you're going and seeing people that you already know as my friends become my family, and so many places that I visit. And it's probably the most special thing. There's a few projects in the pipelines which are really exciting. Very excited about the trips I have lined up at the end of the year, which will all be discovered as they come out. And as always excited to go home for Christmas and for the Southern Hemisphere summer. So lucky, back-to-back summers. Home is New Zealand. I'm from Lake Wanaka in the mountains of the South Island, but I do spend a lot of time traversing across the North Island from coast to coast, making the most of the waves and the beaches of the upper North Island as well. So super excited to get back there. There's some kind of unannounced things that are happening down there through February, which I think will really turn the eyes of the world to New Zealand, which is very exciting.
Why don't you give one last shout out to all your sponsors?
Sounds great. I'd actually put On It Pro at the top because my boards are only as good as they are slippery, and it's probably one of my biggest partners in crime. So never leave home without it. Obviously starboard, we keep working so hard to develop some of the best race boards and surfboards that are around. It's an amazing design team to be a part of. I'm lucky to be around people that I'm constantly learning from. My paddles, several racing equipment, not many people know about them. They're the first paddle I've ever had. And until I find or design something better, it's the way it will be. And then obviously sweet waterwear, Puma, Subaru, my new exciting partner for New Zealand for the future. I'm so excited to get back there and help them launch some of their new vehicles as soon as I get back to New Zealand. It's going to be nice driving around in some very, very cool SUVs come this summer. And yeah, just to everyone that has helped me and supports me in what I do on a day-to-day basis, it's hugely, hugely appreciated. I can't do what I do without amazing people and friends everywhere I go. And look forward to seeing you all somewhere, someplace, sometime soon.
Beautiful. Thank you, Annabel.
Cheers.